Welcome back to Off the Court. This is episode 4 and another Welcome to Campus edition. Our next guest is a 4-star guard from Nashville, Tennessee, ranked 24th in her class on ESPN and 35th on Prospect Nation. She was the 2019 Tennessee Basketball Player of the Year and a state championship winner. So, lots of accolades. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing, Dontavia?
I'm doing good. It's been a long day, Zoom meetings and all that, getting used to it.
I bet, because you aren't in classes yet, right? But you're going to be starting in the next couple weeks, right?
Well, I'm enrolled in summer start classes now. I have 2 classes that I'm enrolled in.
Oh, it's already started. Wow. How is that going? Is it a little bit crazy, especially since you're not there yet?
It's been going pretty well. I just got to remember that I'm an hour behind everyone else and that I have to be in Zoom meetings, and I have tutoring. So the tutors help us out a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine what freshman year would have been like if I wasn't like on campus, like with everybody there to help me make sure that I was on track. That it's crazy that this responsibility is falling on you guys so early. Like, it's very grown up and mature that you guys have to take care of this all at home.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to jump into it. So I did the same thing with Genesis, where I had this corny question: describe yourself in 3 words. I know it's a little bit wonky, but I feel like it's the best way for you to kind of put it out there, like who you are, like either on the basketball court, off the basketball court, whatever you're thinking. Just try and describe yourself in 3 words.
I'm going to have to say athletic, goofy, and book nerd. Bookie. I'm going to say bookie because book nerd is 2 more words.
So you said you're a book nerd. Like, but are you reading like books right now? Like, what books are you? I'm a huge book nerd. Like, I think there's like pictures of me with my personality shots during the thing, and I have just like all of my like fancy books with me. Mm-hmm. So like, what books have you been reading over summer so far?
I've read well, of course, I've read The Hate U Give. I've read this book called Dear Martin. I've been reading The Help. And there's this other book, it's called You're the Reason Why. I like books that like drama books and like books with meanings, like Black history stuff. Like, I read Maya Angelou. I do poetry, so I read her books all the time. So I just like books with meaning behind them, along with books that are interesting to me.
Well, I mean, that's really relevant right now with what's going on. And you do poetry? Like, you
write poetry?
Yes, I do write poetry.
Yeah.
Are you good?
I would say that I am. I have a poem. You want to hear a poem?
Yes, please tell me a poem.
I'm about to read you a poem. I wrote this one because of what was going on right now. Okay, you ready?
Very ready.
Okay. He tried to beat the streets. He really did. But by beating the streets, he realized the streets aren't the only thing that hold the heat. He tried not to be a thug, but by not being a thug, he realized it was the only career that he already understands didn't need any further judge. He said he'd rather be in the stars, away from the hatred, sorrows, worries, and strife. He said that or either behind bars, because that way he wouldn't have to continue to fight for his life. One thing led to the next, and he lost all ambition. He said he didn't want to continue to live his life with all these terms and conditions. He said he didn't understand why 5-0 took his man, but then he realized it was all because of the pigment in his skin. See, whites see his skin as something much bigger than mass murder. They see his skin as something that they know undoubtedly can hurt him. They say that they were genuinely scared for their life, all because this Black man was minding his own business in the area that they felt didn't seem right. So they didn't even think twice. They ended this man's life with no idea of what he was really like. They're not scared. They know they'll be let off clean. Their only fear is that the camera caught them. So now they have to find a way to judge all who they see as mean. They should be scared, because now is our time to protest and fight for what is right. I'm not saying things would change overnight, but something has to be better. This is not what MLK meant when he said we should all be together. I come to you, Black men and Black boys, to show you that as a woman of color, I see you, and you are absolutely beautiful. This is not a fight for power. This is a fight for equality. We shouldn't have to continue to redeem ourselves and fight and show our own quality. I am a Black woman, and this woman can say she beat these streets, and she continues to fight for her own peace every day.
Oh my God, I have chills. That was so good. Like, My hair on my arms are standing up.
Thank
That
you.
was so
I wrote
good.
that
Oh my
one.
goodness.
I wrote it recently after the George Floyd stuff. I've been writing poems for like since I came to Ensworth, and I did a poetry capstone on Maya Angelou. So I really like poetry.
Wow, that was awesome. You should really consider like publishing that one. Like that would be awesome, being a published poet.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
I'll think about it.
I'm like super impressed. Okay, so you were talking about Ensworth. Let's jump into high school. What is like your favorite memory from high school, like basketball memory?
My favorite memories from high school are winning state. We won state 3 years in a row. Well, 3 years out of 4. And those are my favorite memories. The biggest memory I do have was when we went to Florida, because I never went to Florida with the team before, and it was really exciting. It was really inventive.
So you won 3 times. I mean, I saw the most recent one. I can watch that on YouTube, but you've won 3, so you have like 3 rings already coming in to NC State.
Yes, I do. I have a little table back there that has everything on it because I don't have anywhere else to put it.
That's awesome. You want to show us those rings? I mean, you gonna show off? Are they there? Let's show off a little bit. Let's see the bling.
I have 2 right now. Here's the first one.
Okay.
This one won my freshman year.
That's a big ring.
And then this is my favorite. This is the one we won my junior year.
Wow.
And it says like all the. So yeah, ring me. I have 2 of them.
We're gonna add some more, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You got to. I mean, that's funny because I won like 3 provincials, which is the same as like state in Canada, but our rings were not that nice. Like our last one was really nice, but not nearly as nice as those 2. I think our first one was like this big, like the size of like a dime, but that's awesome. I mean, those are super cool. In the state championship, I mean, this year before coming into college has been like super eventful. I mean, when I introduced you, I had so many accolades to list off. Like half of like the beginning of my page is just like all of your accolades. What was it like the senior year? Did you change anything? Was anything special really, or were you just kind of coming into your own?
I feel like my senior year, I was really coming to my own because that's when I had to pick up the priority of being like the leader on the team. I was the only senior. And so coming into senior year, I knew that there was more that I had to do more than previously. But also coming into senior year, we already had a really talented team. So really junior and senior year were both of the years that I thought that I had to step up. But this year was easier than last year kind of because we had a really talented team. We were really talented.
Yeah, I think, what was it? You like had 18 points or averaged 18 points or something in the final?
Yeah, in the finals, I averaged 20. I scored 31 in the championship, and I think I scored like 20 in the semi. 20.
Oh my goodness!
But in the finals, the semis before that, I scored 33. Like the to get into the final 4, and then I scored 33, 20, and then 31 in the championship game. Wow. And the 31 came out of nowhere because I was in the first half. I was not there. I went over 2 on the free throw line, and I only scored 4 points in the first half. And then the second half, I came in, I went 13 for 13 at the free throw line, and then I got all my points, fast breaks, and like teammates giving up the ball and stuff like that. So I had to get on it in the second half because I did not want to go outside.
Wow, so walking bucket is what I'm hearing. That's crazy. How many? Like, what is the most you've ever scored in a game?
37. It was 37 my junior year.
Nice. I mean, so you were getting close to that in the championship. That's crazy. Well, I know we're all super looking forward to seeing that now on the court. Like, that's going to be crazy.
I'm ready for it.
Well, so coming out of high school, obviously you're all of these athletes, super talented, having a great year. Who was recruiting you coming out of high school?
I was being recruited by UT, Virginia Tech, NC State, Florida, Vanderbilt, Cincinnati, Georgia Tech, West Virginia. Those are the 8 I can name off the top of my head. Those are the main ones who were recruiting me coming out of high school, like my junior and senior year.
Okay,
my top 5 was actually Virginia Tech, North Carolina State, Florida, Georgia Tech, and West Virginia.
Okay, so you like kind of focused outside of going like outside of Tennessee. Was that like deliberate, or did it just not go the way you wanted? Like, did you not want to stay in state?
I didn't. It wasn't that I didn't want to stay in state, but it was like I was getting more love from outside of the state, and like my own in-state like teams. Like I got love like a little later, but I was like, at this point, I'm a senior, and it's like the process has been going on. So I just decided like I'm not going to put myself in a position to just stay here when I can go somewhere else that's been recruiting me way longer.
Yeah. So why ultimately did you choose NC State?
On my official visit, I really liked the girl. And it wasn't because of the coaching or nothing. Like, I love Coach West. I love all the coaches. But it's like coaches come and go, but the teammates are there. Mm-hmm. Like, they're there. And the girls were really genuine. You guys were really genuine on my visit. And I just felt like that's where I was supposed to be. And the campus is beautiful, too. I love the Free Expression Tunnel.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. Maybe you're going to go, like, put some poetry up there and get some love. It was a lot of fun. I think you like gelled with us instantly. Like that was a really good visit. Like probably the best one, like chemistry wise, of the whole year. So when you committed, like I wouldn't say we weren't surprised because we felt like really connected to you, but we were like super excited.
Mm-hmm. I actually had told the coaches that I was going to commit on my visit. I told them that like we were at dinner. And it was like, so how does it sound? You coming here? And I was like, I'm committed. And then everybody braced it out, and it was so exciting.
That's so
I committed
awesome.
on the visit. Mm-hmm.
Wow, and we didn't even find out until like weeks later. But
yeah,
have you like had? I know that Genesis was saying that you guys have like a group chat going, but have you really had a chance to kind of like talk and interact with any of the other girls much?
I've talked to Jada Boyd, Jada Rice. We all have like a group chat, but like personally, like I've talked to Elisa, Camille, but mostly I talked to Genesis and Rebecca because we like are the incoming freshmen. But I haven't like it was just mostly us incoming freshmen interacting with each other. We FaceTime before though. It was fun.
That's good. I mean, that's gonna be family. So I mean, I didn't actually get to meet the team as a whole until like school started because I came in early because I was going to go with the Canadian national team. So I actually missed our mandatory workouts in summer 2, and I was there for summer 1, so I didn't get to meet them. But even like when you don't get to spend a whole lot of time with them beforehand, like how quickly you guys bond because you're just with each other 24/7 is pretty awesome. I mean, friends for life. So I'm like super excited for you to get on campus. I know you guys would have already been there, and that's kind of like sucky, but like freshman year, what are you like most looking forward to going into your freshman year?
I'm looking forward to building relationships with people that I did not know. I'm looking for relationships with people that I can take in the future. And for the most part, of course, I want to make good grades. I want to do good in basketball, but I'm looking for like the family atmosphere that I've already felt when I was there, just to be the family atmosphere, just to be more evident when I get there again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's probably the biggest part of it all. And then how do you think you're going to impact the team when you get there? I mean, roles change and everything, but what do you know that you can bring to the court when you come?
I've watched games, and I was like that I could definitely bring. I'm really athletic. I'm a really athletic and bouncy type of player. So like rebounding and athleticism, I can run the court really well. Things like that, I think I can bring because like me in general, like, that's what I've always done, like running the court, rebounding. I actually started off as a post player, and me transitioning to a guard, I've learned to shoot better. But I think that the most that I can bring is athleticism to the team and rebounding for sure. And defense. I love defense.
Good. You and Genesis both love defense. It's going to be awesome. I mean, all of those things are like super controllable. So I think that's like a good place to start. And then Lynn Bird wants to know, what are your goals for the season?
To win. My goal of the season is to win ACC and national and anything else that comes after that. Just winning.
Just winning. I love that. That's awesome. I mean, great way to go in. We're going to need a repeat. So I need
Definitely.
You guys to come up. And then add another ring to that collection, obviously, or maybe two. Okay, and then do you have, you're transitioning in life, coming into like a new section. Do you have any like fears or anxiety, anything you're like worried about either on the court or like just in life in general?
I think I don't really think I'm worried about anything, but I do think that I need to, because of college and because we travel a lot in basketball, like we travel to different states, countries in basketball, and we never did that in high school. So time management with work and basketball, I think that I need to work on that the most. Because I used to be a procrastinator, but I'm just like, it's just not going to work like that anymore. I have to get everything done and get on top of it. So
I feel that. I am like a procrastinator too. Like but I always seems to work out and never bites me in the butt. So like I just like keep like getting by, and it's really bad. Like now I'm in like adult life and I actually have to like be on top of things and like oh, you need to have your taxes in like before, and you need to do all these things. So like I feel that. And honestly, like the amount of support you have at NC State, whether it's through like the academic advisors or like the tutors or even the coaching staff and your teammates, like it really helps to keep it on. Like we really hate on trips when Megan Alvarez comes and she forces people into like study hall. But at the end of the day, like I feel like if she didn't do that, we wouldn't get it done. And she really helps. I mean, our team GPA is awesome right now. So I think that's a good thing to be thinking about, but I don't think it's going to be too hard for you. And then, so let's talk a little bit about quarantine. I mean, you said you like to get up and down. How are you keeping in shape?
See, I've been starting in May. I think I started in May. I've been going with this man. His name's Jeremy Hope. He's a agility trainer. So I do a lot of running and a lot of agility work, jumping and explosiveness, stuff like that. I do a lot of that with him. I'd be dog tired, but I have to do it because I need to stay in shape. And outside of that, I work out basketball-wise like 2 times a day. And then I do pro runs on Saturdays. So on Saturdays here, we have like this thing called 615 Pro Run. And it's like a couple of the girls and a couple of WNBA girls and a couple of overseas girls come here and then they play. We play up and down, we scrimmage. So I think that's really helpful, me getting up and down the court. And it's a normal regulated court, I think. And that I've been doing that and I've been working out, been running a lot. And that's what I've been doing to stay in shape. I have to come ready. Weightlifting and stuff.
I know. It sounds like you're going to be in crazy good shape. How are you doing this all in the Tennessee heat?
It's hard because, one time I was working out, it was like 100 degrees outside. I thought I was going to pass out. But I don't even know. It's just get the thought out of your head because, the faster you get done with it, the faster you get out of the heat.
Oh, yeah, and I sweat. So do you sweat a lot? Like, I would be, just drenched. Like, I would not even be able to, hold my own shorts because, it would, wring out, sweat.
I sweat a lot. Upper body, definitely. And my face, it drips. I sweat a lot. I don't sweat. I sweat a lot. I do. I'm not even going to cap. I sweat.
That makes it, even more impressive because not only are you, working out, you're doing it in the Tennessee heat, dripping and soaking wet. I'm here in Seattle, and it's only, in the, 80s the other day, and I was, playing, pickup, and I was I have to get out of here. I can't even, I can't function in this heat. So I can't even imagine. Kai, when you get there, Kai will attest, our apartment used to be so cold all the time. We'd have, the AC blasting, all day. Our room used to be in the 60s because we all just loved it cold except for Erica. But Yeah, I don't function well in the heat at all. So, and then obviously you're doing your poetry and your reading. So has quarantine been that difficult for you? It sounds like you have it down packed.
No, sometimes when I'm not doing anything, I'm stuck in the house. That's what I don't like being stuck in the house. I like to do stuff. But no, quarantine is just, the only thing that I hate about quarantine is that I can't go to my favorite restaurants. Some of my favorite restaurants are not open. It's kind of sad.
What's your favorite restaurant? Like, what's your favorite type of
My
food?
favorite restaurant here, one of my favorite restaurants here is Kabuto's. It's a hibachi place. And we can do online order, but it's never the same if you can't like actually see them cook it and it's like right in front of you, the fire and everything. It's just more interesting, and you just can go in and order, and it never tastes the same. Takeout never tastes the same as in the dining area. It doesn't.
Well, that's funny. Like, that's good that it's your favorite, because Coach Moore loves hibachi too. So like he takes us like when we go on road trips a lot. Like every year we go to hibachi like at least once or twice. So you're gonna love that. Okay, and then we have some questions from Twitter. So Maria Santor wants to know, what is your favorite sport other than basketball?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's another sport that I'm good at, and it's track. I didn't run. I threw shot put. I used to run track a long time ago. I used to do that before basketball, but then I stopped doing it. I threw shot put my sophomore and junior year. I came in third place my sophomore year, and I won state my junior year, and I had never done shot put before in my life. So it was quite fun. I like winning.
Obviously. That's crazy. Do you get a ring for that too?
I got a medal. It's like the first place medal for. And then we got a trophy because my junior year, we also won the whole track meet at state.
That's awesome. And so you like to run so much, but you didn't run. You decided you were just going to like throw shot put. Like, how did that come about? How did you end up like going to shot put as opposed to running?
Okay, so it wasn't because I didn't want to run. It was because every time I attempted to run, I always caught a cramp in my hamstring and it would tighten up. And so I'm just like, I don't think I should do this. I don't think it's safe. So I'm just going to go throw. I don't have to do much with throwing. And they kept on trying to get me to run. I'm just like, I would, but running it's just not working for me right now. It's not clicking.
Yeah,
it happened 2 years in a row.
You're just saving it for the court.
Yeah, definitely. But it's crazy because my sophomore year, it was my left hamstring, and then my junior year is my right hamstring. So if I would have ran this year, he would have been like, well, both of your hamstrings out of the way now, so all you got to do is run. I said, maybe it'll be both. I said, maybe. I don't know.
That's funny though. It's awesome that you like ended up being so good at shot put. I mean, multi-talented. That's like, out of all the answers you could have given, like that is the one I expected the least. Like I would never have guessed that was what you would have said. And then so we have Doug Robson wants to know, when did you start playing? And then when did you start playing, and who's your favorite like basketball player right now?
I started playing in 6th grade, and my favorite basketball player right now, like that's playing currently, I'm going to have to say Candace Parker, because my favorite men's basketball player is Kobe Bryant, but he's not playing, and he's also rest in peace. So, but I'm going to say Candace Parker right now in the WNBA. And in the NBA, I like LeBron James playing, but he's not my favorite player, so I'm not going to say him.
I respect that. I mean, yeah, I was going to ask you about Kobe a little bit. When I was looking, he's like all over your social media. I think he's your like profile picture on Twitter. Like how, like, I know, like, it might feel like too soon, but we were like preparing as a team to play UNC, and we were in the locker room, and somebody like Grace Hunter just ran in and told us what happened, and we didn't believe her at first, and then we just turned all the TVs on in the locker room and all had our laptops out, and we were just watching it as a team, and we were like trying to prepare for a game, but at the same time like heartbroken and like crushed. Like, how, him being your favorite player, like how did you deal with that?
I actually found out, I was in my bed laying down. My brother said, just let you know, your favorite player just passed away. I said, who? Kobe? He was like, yeah. And helicopter crash. And I wasn't believing it at first either. I was like, that can't be. That can't be. And then the later news, him and his daughter and everyone else that died, I was just like, this is crazy. So I dealt with it. I was just like, he was just gone too soon. I was really like upset about it because I'm just like, this is my favorite player. This is my senior year. And he dies like right when I'm about to go to the next level and stuff like that. So I wanted to meet him one day, but I mean, that's crazy. So I took it. I was just like, well, I was very devastated. I was upset about it. And I'm just like, well, we got to keep playing. But he changed the game, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's still hard to like come to terms with that actually happened. Like you forget about it. You're like, oh, like there's no way. And then it like kind of pops back into your head like it happened. And it's just like, it's heart-wrenching and like terrible. But like, it's a good thing that like you were able to experience some of his influence like throughout your whole career. Did you try and model yourself and your game kind of after him at all?
Kind of. He's like he's really a showy player, and he's like one of those players. He's a scorer, so I'm definitely a scorer, and I'm not like scoring like the way I score, not necessarily like after him, but the idea of having a scorer's mentality is like from Kobe for me. It's from Kobe for me.
That's awesome. I mean, there's almost no better option to emulate yourself after. And then we have one more question before we are done with all of this, and it's from Watchma Cruz, and she wants to know, who's your favorite music artist?
My favorite, I don't have a favorite, but like my top music artists, I love like old school R&B. I love Toni Braxton. I love Boyz II Men. I love Levert. I love Chris Brown, Lil Baby. But my favorite genre of music is R&B, preferably old school, because the new school R&B is up there. But I don't really have a favorite artist, but I do have a favorite genre. Like before all basketball games and stuff, I listen to R&B. People are like, you can get hyped to R&B music. Like, how do you do it? I'm just like, it's just like my kind of music. Like, I have to listen to something slow, something that gets me in the like mood or like just gets me going. And one of my favorite artists is Lucky Day, and he's like a new artist. And right now, he's been my favorite for a couple of like weeks now because I love Lucky Day.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that with the music. Like, I was never like, I need to get like hyped and like on like loud and like high tempo music. Like, I just wanted to be like relaxed and like feeling it. So that's funny that you're like that too, because everybody used to be like, what are you listening to? And I'm like, I'm just like grooving out over here, don't worry about me. But that's really all I have for questions and everything. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so happy that we got to talk and we got to introduce you to the fan base a little bit. And I know that everybody is super excited to watch you play and get on the court and see that killer scoring mentality. So thank you again.
Thank you for having me. This was fun. This was really fun. I was kind of nervous. I was like, but then like, I just talk. So when I talk, it's just never ending. I don't know why, but it's just.
Hey, it's perfect. It's a conversation. I love it. It makes my job really easy. Well, before we go, what everybody's been waiting for, we have another prize pack winner. Doug Robson, congratulations. You're our next prize pack winner. Yeah. So our
Doug, he went to one of my games.
Sorry?
I know Doug. He went to one of my games.
Wow, so it worked out perfectly. It was random, guys, I promise. But, our media team will be in touch with you. Don't worry about it. They'll send it out. I know that there's a little bit of a stall on getting them to people just because of everything that's going on with Corona, but you will get them, I promise. And then I just wanted to announce real quick our next episode. We have a very special guest coming on. I'm sure you all know her and love her. Our next guest will be Debbie Antonelli. So catch you next week.